tint and blue.
Welcome back to the Ramen.
The soup for college students.
Let's jump right into the ramen specialty and continue to destroy the reputations of Hollywood's elite.
Well, Elizabeth Taylor died.
Yep, and in psychiatric escapee news, Charlie Sheen's latest antics have Jimmy Kimmel questioning his sexual orientation. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you put Charlie Sheen in a room full of crazies, they would all run out screaming bloody murder.
In fire stylist news, Chris Brown's nude do looks like a dog peed on his head, and then he baked it in permanently with one of those old lady hair dome dryers.
Haters wanna hate, lovers wanna love. I don't even want none of the above. I want to piss on you. Yes, I do. I'll piss on you. I'll pee on you.
Oh yeah, and he went nuts on GMA with Robin Roberts.
Chris Brown riding high, brand new CD out. It's a far cry from the last time the two of us sat down, just months after he pled guilty to felony assault.
I'm past that in my life, and I think today is the album day, so that's what I'm focused on. So everybody go get that album.
That was very serious, what you went through and what happened and what
I've been focusing on this album, you know. I think this album is what, you know, I want people to hear and want people to really get into. So definitely this album is what I want them to talk about and not the stuff that happened 2 years ago.
Brown went on to smash a window with what appeared to be a mannequin of Rihanna after Robin refused to drop the whole domestic violence thing.
Yeah, you know, I just really don't see what all the fuss is about. In Celebrity news, Selena Gomez appeared on Ellen DeGeneres 6 months after she came on instead of Justin Bieber. He's little. He's like my little brother. Which is incestuous and disgusting, since they're dating now. Ellen wondered why Selena would lie, and if that ambiguity might also mean that she was into older chicks. Selena was apparently totally creeped out by the whole interview.
In non-Chris Brown-related domestic violence news, Michael Lohan has been accused of domestic violence on GF Kate Major. Although none of the 3 felony charges currently against him are domestic violence, he's seeking legal assistance from Dog the Bounty Hunter for apparently no reason. Crazy might be genetic after all.
In Angry Because I'm Not Rich Enough news, a new nearly $1 billion contract just won't cut it for Howard Stern. The radio mogul is suing SiriusXM for allegedly withholding stock option gains from the powerful and controversial icon. Stern dodged the title of greedy money whore by saying, "At least I'm not beating my wife," because she would probably sue the crap out of him till he could crap no longer.
In suddenly overweight and ghastly news, Kesha's canceled her upcoming music tour in Japan. She thought her over-the-top erotic shows did not belong in that type of environment. If only she thought this logically all the time, actually they'd probably put her out of a job.
Yeah, God knows that if we started making rational decisions here at the Ramen, we'd be off the air within minutes.
As long as we always push all limits of irrationality and obscenity, people might somehow get a chuckle out of this show.
Oh, come on. Now, give us more credit than that, right?
Right.
I mean, right? We're funny.
Right?
Yeah? No. You've contemplated suicide while watching?
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll be right back after these commercials.
I plan on going across the street, but it's just a cry for help.
Here, have my knife.
And welcome back to the Ramen.
The soup for college students.
Well, I think we've said enough.
Right you are. Let's check in with Matt McCain to find out who the big cock
Roaches
and the tiny, wrinkly, hairy
caterpillars
were at the box office over the weekend.
Ciao, Rameneers. It's me, the Mighty Mitt McCain, here with your movie news. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's see the top 5 ballin' bugs of the box office. Number 1 was Bradley Cooper in Limitless. He kind of looks like a crackhead in the beginning, but then quickly transforms into a man that would have our anchor Ben Wallace a little tight in his britches. And since his movie is number 1, it gets a praying mantis. The coolest bug to ever do the creep around little girls' gymnastics meets. Hanging in strong at numero dos is Johnny Depp's Rango. I don't really have a taste for talking lizards, but apparently some people do, because in just 3 weeks in theaters, the rambunctious reptile has grossed more than $92 million, which is just slightly less money than Charlie Sheen spent on hookers in the same time period. In its second week, Battle of Los Angeles fell to number 3, grossing a little over $14 million. But don't let its fall from the top spot fool you. This movie is legit. Almost as legit as this guy. The Lincoln Lawyer, which stars Matthew McConaughey, came in at number 4. I was surprised by this one having the success that it did, but it's possible that I let my extreme dislike for Mr. McConaughey influence my thinking. I mean, he did steal my initials, and for some reason seems to think he's better looking than me, but we all know that's not true, right? And rounding out the top 5 is The Lovable Alien Paul. Now, this is without a doubt my favorite movie on this list, but for some reason the rest of the country just was not as excited as I was. I think we'll see Paul climb a little bit over the next couple of weeks. Now look, those were the ball and bugs. But a couple of movies have made my crappy cockroaches list. Disney's 3D spectacle Mars Needs Moms grossed just a little over $5 million this weekend, bringing its 2-week total to a dismal $15.5 million. Walt must be rolling over in his log ride. And in its third week, Beastly is also struggling to survive. My theory on this movie bombing is that after everyone realized Vanessa Hudgens didn't show any skin, they decided there was just no reason to go. And now it's time for this week's cornucopia of releases. And I'm pretty sure this one would disappoint pilgrims all over the nation. The long-awaited Sucker Punch hits theaters Friday. When I say long-awaited, I'm obviously lying because I can't make heads or tails of what this thing's about. All I know is the aforementioned Vanessa Hudgens has a role in it, which can make it a little hairy if you know what I mean. And finally, the movie with the best title I've ever heard, Bonnie and Clyde versus Dracula. I'm just going to leave your mind alone so it can comprehend the awesomeness of that. And speaking of awesomeness, guess what today is? That's right, there's only 114 days until Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 is released. I'm still crying about Dobby. Anyway, stay tuned for more of the Ramen. Music news is up next.